Even I would rather listen than speak when the listening is to a great voice.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem and our little game of Fallout. It never fucking changes. Should I mention this? Yeah, why not? I spilled a little bit of water on my keyboard, so I'm doing this keyboardless. I am going to prove that I am great at adapting to last-minute changes. Also, I was diagnosed with autism about 6 weeks ago, so this is going to be hardcore overseeing from me this evening. Joining us for this keyboardless adventure is our players. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
Hello, players.
Hello.
So let me set the scene. We left off as our intrepid heroes, Carl, Augusta, Jade, and Freddy, and their friends were investigating the General Atomics factory in southeast Boston. They have been pointed in this direction to find the God Board that will save their village. You know Fallout, there's a thing to save a village. They need it. It might be here. As they arrived, there were a bunch of synths ordering around a bunch of innocent people, labourers, to do whatever dirty work they happened to be doing. Our players took a bunch of them out, and as they snuck in from the back through the emergency exit, Augusta hacked a couple of protectrons and set them loose on the synths inside. Now, in the break between episodes, I played out the fight between them because it would have just been very boring watching me roll lots of dice playing against myself. But here is essentially what happened. The two protectrons attacked, and a bunch of more synths entered from the other side of the factory, hearing the noise. The labourers that were working under the synth Strider's instruction attacked the Strider, seeking to find something in his pockets. For people who don't know, synth Striders are Generation 2 synths. They're a bit more advanced, a bit more human, but not quite. And there's normal synths, which are Generation 1 and look like shit. So they eventually wrestled a clicker away from the Strider, who was screaming at them at the time. They removed their explosive collars and made it for the emergency exit, bumping into our intrepid heroes. Meanwhile, the Striders and the synths took down the two Protectron robots. Strider 2 is severely injured and near death. I will double check that. I think it was Strider 2. Yeah, Strider 2 is very near death. He is looking pretty fucked up. Strider 1 is untouched. And Synth 6... Was it Synth 6? Yeah. Synth 6 is partially damaged. It's not really injured if they're a robot, is it? They're damaged, right? And we are cutting straight back into the action as a bunch of random wastelanders running for their lives literally bump into Augusta. She's... What the
gosh,
fuck?
hello.
The fuck, get out the way, we're gonna make a break for it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Quickly though, why are there synths and striders? Why are you working for them? What's going on?
It wasn't like we had much of a choice. And at that point, you hear one of the Striders saying, "What the fuck was that? Where'd they come from? Wait, where have they gone?"
Freddy's moving forward to the entranceway to factory floor 6. I'm assuming it's a doorway of some sort. And looking what's coming this way.
At that moment, two first-generation synths and a Strider is walking towards the emergency exit and spots you immediately.
Initiative.
The Strider says, "Who the fuck are you?"
We are from outside. We've come inside to get something, and we saw a load of robots. So I messed with the programming on one of them, so they'd fight each other.
Strider is a synth, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
They're synth Striders. They're a kind of synth. They're Generation 2.
Yep.
They are more advanced.
At this point, Freddy's not waiting to negotiate. He's firing.
All right, let's do combat.
If Jade had been a real mutant, he would have answered the Strider saying, "Who are you?" He would have said, "You're Doom."
Okay, seeing as I have no keyboard, can everyone open their character sheet and hit and click on their initiative so I can add it to the tracker? Thank you. There you are. Ah, that helps. Okay.
I reckon Freddy would get a surprise round on this at least, since
Oh yeah, he gets to
He answered
fire
the
and
question
then the
that
first
he's
round of
required.
combat starts.
And
So, yeah,
which one
you
is the one?
you've initiated combat. You get to get a shot off. So off you go.
First question is which one was? I believe 5 and 6 were injured and 1 was not. I'm trying to keep track of in my head. 2 was
Synth
severely
6
injured.
is injured, damaged, I should say, partially.
Damn it.
Strider 2 is very near death, very obviously fucked up. In a way, you can visually identify how fucked up he is.
I'm trying to target the undamaged one, and I was trying to determine which that one is. I think it was 1.
Yeah, 1 is undamaged.
That's the one I'm targeting.
All right.
Using VATS for a what I'm assuming is the. I have know nothing about their anatomy, how they might hit, so he's just doing his typical headshot.
Nice, 2 successes.
That is a hit. Are you going to use that extra dice to roll more damage?
I didn't, but I should have. But I hit the button already, so.
It's got an option at the bottom. You can add another dice.
Oh, additional dice, yes. 1.
Well, it just seems to have rolled it all again, but that has taken it on, so I'll just take the second one. You got more damage anyway.
And the effect of this, also the specials are
2.
this
So you
is
get an extra
vicious
2.
now.
So 1. So 11, 12, 13. You get to choose between physical and energy.
No, whatever his resistance is lowest at.
Got you. Okay. Where were you aiming for? The head, I'm assuming?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. You shoot, and I should describe what these striders look like. They look like robots. They are robots. However, they are more. The material that they're made of is some kind of super futuristic polymorphic movie thing, so it kind of moves like skin. Whereas the synths, like the Generation 1 synths, are very much mechanical and metallic. And so I'm explaining this because you fire off and you take off a whole chunk of the Strider's head, and a bunch of white goo starts squirting out the top. He reaches up to his head, just goes, "Motherfucker!" And now we are at the top of combat. Carl, it is your go.
All right. We are going to get an arrow off at. Well, let's go on Strider 1 since he got significantly damaged. And let's see, there's my character sheets. Let's see here. Longbow. Get him in the head for 2 successes. And we do an extra damage die on that.
Okay.
There we go. 5 physical damage with 1 piercing.
Yeah. You let the arrow go. Lands straight between the eyes, a place that you have landed an arrow many, many times in your career. And you split his head in half, and he just goes, "Yeah, right." But when is dinner? And falls down and is dead.
All right. And then I'm going to shout some commands to General Isaacs and Sniff to get in there and do their thing. Isaacs, open fire. Sniff, get them. And let's see here. We're going to have Isaacs shoot at Synth 5 for 1 action point.
Okay.
With laser musket.
That is a hit.
Success. Yep.
Can you roll for where she hits?
Yes, it's a D20, right?
Yes.
The synth is hit in 18.
This is where I really miss my
Right
keyboard.
leg. Right leg.
Thank you. Right leg. Okay. All right. Roll for damage.
Five damage with 1 piercing.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 4. Right, the laser. She fires off. Laser connects. The synth still standing. Is Sniff doing anything?
Yes. Sniff runs in, but dodges a little bit out of the way of the laser fire and goes for the other synth.
Okay.
Get him, Sniff, get him. Without much luck.
Yeah, Sniff takes a big old bite out of the synth's leg. His teeth doesn't make it through the metallic casing / skin / I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, I don't know what you would call their skin, but whatever it is, the teeth don't penetrate. So next it's Strider 1 who is dead. So it's Augusta.
So it's Strider 1 still dead. Who's the one nearest us right now?
Synth 5 and 6.
Yeah, Sniff's. Which one did Sniff just bite at ineffectually?
6.
Synth 6.
I don't want to risk hitting Sniff with anything. I'm going to send Miss Nanny in on Synth 5.
All
That's
right.
what I'm going to do. And do I get to choose what she uses out of her possible weapons and attacks, or will I just...
Yes, you're essentially giving her your actions, so you would basically just issue a command, and Miss Nanny just says, "Right you are, honey."
Buzzsaw, please.
Oh, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Yes, you're going to get a buzzsaw. Oh, yes.
For the synth, not for me.
Oh, it was very good that you mentioned that. This could have been a very unfortunate accident. Right, off I go. Tally ho, Silver. I don't know why she's British now.
It's because of the Kathy Bacon influence.
Yes, almost certainly. So, Miss Nanny rushes in. You're doing Synth 6, is that right?
Yep. And Miss Nanny got 1 success. Is that enough to roll damage?
She connects.
2 physical.
Okay. Do me a favor. Can you roll where? Can you roll a d20 to see where she hits? And
Sure.
Fred, Tim, can you help me out with finding? I can't find the chart on my sheet.
I did that wrong. Ignore that.
What chart are we looking for? I was reading.
Where it hit location? 18.
It's just
that'll
in
be
your
the leg
character
again, won't
sheet.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in your character sheet. That's all I was looking at.
18 leg. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, you get those because my sheets are different. Okay. All right. 2 piercing. Okay. Physical. Oh,
You rolled a 2 first, didn't you, Lavita?
I rolled a one. No, I rolled a 1d2 by mistake,
so Miss Nanny
Ah,
rushes
okay.
forward,
which is
avoids
why I
laser
said
gun
ignore
fire,
that.
and
I
starts.
forgot to type a 0.
She is currently in the middle of sawing through the synth's leg. She's made a little bit of a dent in there. It may take another couple of goes for her to successfully remove that leg. As she's doing it, she is humming to herself. Okay, next it's Strider 2, who steps forward and just says, Tommy! You motherfucking labourer bastards! And runs forward and, with help of the sheets open. Yeah, he is going to open fire and just start spraying Freddy with Institute laser.
Freddy dodges with his extra special speed skills. No, he has nothing good.
Yeah, he really hits. He really, really hits. Ah, shit.
Holy shit.
Keyboard.
Well, he got a critical hit, 1.
And he got a...
Damn it, he shoots as good as me.
You got a 20 and a 1 on the same roll.
Yeah.
And it's vicious and burst. Okay, I'll need a second to work out what this is. While I find the right things on the sheet.
Burst means he uses more ammo, and vicious means every one of the specials counts as a point.
The attack may hit one additional target within close range of the primary target for each effect rolled. Each additional target costs one additional shot from the weapon. That's absolutely fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The Strider has hit everyone. Freddy, the Labourers, Olivia Barstow, Augusta, and Jade. And Vicious, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. For 13 energy damage.
Shit.
Minus armor class, so alright. Freddy
Yeah,
took
he
a
hit you guys
very,
good.
very severe hit. He is... Yeah.
Yeah, that flurry of lasers absolutely just annihilated 2 of the labourers, and there is now just one poor woman standing there just screaming.
That should give some injury too, right? Because that's either 5 or 6 damage.
Everyone gets an injury. Let's see where you got hit. Should have done that.
Thanks for reminding him.
You all got a 10. Basically, wherever 10 is on your body, you've got an injury there now.
Left arm.
Left arm.
Good. It wasn't another headshot. That's all I wanted to know.
Injuries. Jade.
I'm right arm dominant, so I'm fine.
Augusta. Olivia.
That's my partially healed arm.
Yeah, you are not doing great. Let me look up what that means if you get an injury on an already injured part of your body.
Oh, she had healed the injury, so it wasn't affecting her. I think it's just like my head. Now it's back in effect.
That's right. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
The long time effect.
Jade, no, Jade, you healed your arm. You were completely recovered, but now your arm's broken again.
Right. And I'm down to 3 HP, by the way.
Hey, you got one more than me. What you bragging about?
Okay. Freddy, it's your go.
Freddy is just going to shoot Synth 2 from right here, and then he's going to run or crawl, whichever the case may be.
Okay. Strider 2. That is a hit.
And I don't have an additional fire rate, so...
Yeah, you straight up murder this synth. He doesn't explode. He's not that kind of robot. It's
Thank
somewhere.
God.
Basically, these are basically like the androids in Alien, so they're quite milky. They're just a bit shitter than those. So, white fluid just starts squirting out. He looks down and just goes, "Oh, fuck you," and collapses. And he is...
No, fuck you. And then Freddy is going to grab a stim. I think he has one left on him.
Did.
And a stim pack does, or I think that's what they're called. Yep, stim pack, and that does a quick 4 hit points. Okay.
All right. So now it's synth 5. Synth 5.
Just to make sure I can take a regular action and a minor action in the same round?
Yes, your major action was shooting, your minor action was using a stim pack.
Yep, I just want to make sure I do my action economy correct. So
Synth 5 looks at Miss Nanny and just goes, "Please remove your cutting instrument from the synth's leg, please." And takes out a shock baton and gives little Miss Nanny a bit of a shock. At least will when the character sheet opens up. There we go. Ooh. 3 successes.
Feels like the overseer is on a roll tonight.
Yeah, just a little bit.
this is what happens when you don't use a keyboard.
I was about to say
Apparently
that
so.
the universe making up for wet keyboard.
Damn.
11 energy damage to Miss Nanny.
Holy shit.
Isn't there a stun effect on that also?
Yikes.
That's a thing. It didn't come up on the thing, but
This is a shock baton, you'd think there would be.
yeah, I don't know why they didn't come up. It's on the sheet. Let me just see what stun does. Let me just look it up.
It may not affect the... Well, she's electronics inside. I would think it might do more.
Let's not overcomplicate things. Shock baton. Where are you? Oh, it's not a weapon like that. It's on the actual synth thing. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. No. Shock baton, body / melee, 5 energy combat dice energy damage, range close. There is no shock as a thing. No special rules about it either.
I suppose the shock is just general discouragement from doing whatever you were doing when the person hit you with the shock baton.
Yeah. Miss Nanny just says, "Ah, that's naughty. How very, very naughty of you." Next up, it's Synth 6, who is going to do the same to Sniff. What the fuck? Alright, 3 successes.
You 3 successes attacked my dog? How very dare you, sir?
In my defense, your dog is trying to eat my leg.
It's also a point.
but my luck has just run out. 2 energy damage to Sniff. Sniff manages to dodge a bit out the way and just gets a bit of his ear singed. Alright.
Also, I realized I haven't leveled up Sniff, so I'm going to have to do that later.
That's very important that you do.
Yes, I completely forgotten about that, but he's fine for now.
Yeah, he's still doing it. So at that point, the manual labourer who has survived just screams and runs out of the building. Just pushes past you and runs off into the wasteland. Caitlin
Smart
at that
manual
point
labor.
just says, "Wait, come back! You can't wait. We need to get our story straight." And she runs off after them. Jade, it's your go.
Yeah. And let's see. Jade will. Let's see. What do we have? What were? First aid, that's later. Okay, take a stim pack. There, that restores 4 HP, right?
Yes, but you could use a first aid action and use the stim pack on top of that. I believe that would be a full action, but you would heal a lot more hit points than you would.
Yeah, but I want. Oh, come on, why is it there?
Let me just get to the healing part of.
Vincent, did you use any action points from the shared pool, or was that your extra hit point?
He used
action
4.
point.
Use the ones necessary for their actions, my companion's actions.
There are 4 left.
4 left. Okay. And then I will ask Olivia to shoot at them and stand a bit back myself. Let's see. That one.
You're telling Olivia to do the shot?
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell, everyone's getting criticals today.
Yep. Sin 5.
Okay. Can you roll a d20 so we know where?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wait, Olivia Barstow has a Pip-Boy, so she can designate where she shoots. So where would you like her to hit?
Does it make any difference on the synth? Are they less protected anywhere?
To work that out, on sight alone, you'd need to do a perception science check. Difficulty 2. Either you or Olivia can do that. Roll.
Yeah. Perception 6. So perception science?
Yeah.
That should be me then. Nope. I'm too hurt for that. So let's say she just goes for the head.
Okay. You can bank action points, or you can use all of those dice to roll for damage.
Yeah, I think I'm using 1 for extra damage and banking 1.
Okay, you're back up to 5 action points.
Let's see.
Alright, because that was a critical, I'm going to let you roll an additional damage dice.
Thank you, that was sweet.
I just realised your green screen is all wrong. Let me fix that for you.
Let's see. One more. So that should be 2 physical, and it has no effect. Is that correct?
Yeah, no. So Olivia steps forward as just like, you don't need to tell me twice. She blasts, and it doesn't appear to do much of anything. This was Synth 5 you were targeting, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bullets, for whatever reason, just get lodged in the skin / metal / whatever is covering this thing. Yeah, not a lot seems to happen. Let me give me 1 second. I need to type something without a keyboard, which is not going how I thought it would.
Hopefully, we've all learned you should have a backup keyboard in your house.
Yeah. That is indeed the lesson I have learned.
I've had them actually die in the middle of doing my job at work and had to go scrambling for a new one, so yeah.
Every session is a lesson.
Are you writing somebody a message, or you could just...
No, I
private?
am
No.
doing some on-the-fly token creation. But yeah, so that's your turn, Jade. Who is next? Carl, it's your go.
Don't need more tokens.
Alrighty then. Sniff will just continue to attack Sin 6.
Okay.
And let's see here. Gonna start rolling for Sniff. Melee. Split. No extra dice. Oh, I rolled the melee instead of clicking the bite. Never, sorry about that. But I'll roll the damage icon here. One damage with the vicious for 1 extra damage.
All right, let me assess. So that was Synth 6, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Just 1, 2. Where'd the character sheet go? Yeah, Sniff is just not getting through. Sniff is there just growling and just chomping down, and the synth is just looking down. You would say the synth looks curious if it was capable of that. Facial expressions have not changed. Just a big dumb robot. Okay.
Well,
Was that
big
instead
dumb...
of your action, or are you going to spend action points so you can do something too?
Oh, there's an action point for that.
Okay.
And then that robot is going to get an arrow in its big dumb face looking down at my dog.
Smart.
2 successes. All right. I'm going to bank that extra success because we don't run out of action points.
Okay.
That is then 4 damage with 1 piercing.
Where are you hitting?
Head.
Okay. Yeah, you take off half its face, exposing the relatively crude-looking electronics on the inside. And at this point, you notice that these synths are not as polished as other synths you may have experienced in the Wasteland. If anything, these appear to have been recycled.
Okay.
So,
Following that revelation, I'll spend that one banked action point for Isaacs to continue shooting at Synth 5. Because Isaacs know the deal, and when you start shooting, you keep shooting until the shooting is done.
that is
For
a hit.
6 damage and 3 activations of piercing 1, so 3 piercing effectively.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That. Drumroll Isaacs steps forward and starts laying down some laser fire. You could swear that under her breath she said something really fucking cool, but nobody else could hear it because her laser musket is so gosh darn loud, and Synth 5 crumples to the floor as if made from tin foil. She looks very happy with herself, like she just really nailed that line, and looks around and sees that nobody else heard it, and now there's a little frown on her face. So next it's Augusta / Miss
Augusta's
Nanny.
just been pretty badly injured and is going to fall back. Checking around for stim packs, finding that she doesn't have any, may have to fall back to Tumu to get additional stim packs, or at least heal enough to go back into the fight.
Alright, so you're bailing.
Kind of have to.
Okay, so your full action, you could move 2 squares, so you could basically make it halfway across the car park outside.
Gonna do that, heading for Tumu to get a stim pack or 2, because very worried about health right now.
Okay, I'm going to say it's going to take you about 3 turns of constant rushing to go to Tumu, inject a stim pack, and then come right back.
Don't have to go closer than to Jade. Jade have stim packs.
Well, I mean, I would probably have shouted to the group, like, anyone got a stim pack before I try and leave?
Yeah, and Jade will confirm. Over here.
Okay, if you have one to spare, that would be very much appreciated right now.
Alright.
How does that count in terms of action points? Is retrieving a stim pack from Jade a major action? Because I'm okay with that being my main thing this round.
I think that's a minor action.
To get to reading I have it open here. Stim packs are a minor action.
But
I also have to collect it from Jade, so I don't know how that would.
It doesn't appear to be on my cheat sheet, and I'm just going to call it a keyboard bonus as if this is wrong. But I'm going to say that you collecting a stim pack from a member of your party is a minor action.
Okay.
Because the actual mechanics of it, like you're reaching and grabbing something. When you're doing a stim pack, you're reaching and grabbing something. It's the same thing, so it makes sense to me.
Cool. Then I'll also have Miss Nanny use. Sorry.
I was going to say on his next round, Jade could do a heal, and that would double the stim pack plus the healing. Just otherwise, like the stim pack is just 4 hit points.
I mean, 4 hit points would be enough to keep me going right now, but I don't want to.
I'm
take on
Jade's
actions. What Jade does in his next turn is up to Jade. I'm going to do that, then ask Miss Nanny to use fire.
Oh, we're going to do a little bit of cooking, are we? Oh, yes. Honey, let's burn this thing to the ground. Yeah, do your roll. Don't you have to roll to hit?
That is a very good point. I was just clicking the weapon. I don't know why it went straight to that. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good.
Do that one.
I mean,
what do you know?
You hit.
Three.
So, the Miss Nanny's leg, tentacle, arms, whatever they're called, spin round and the flamer comes out. Miss Nanny just says, You silly thing, you appear to be chilly. You forgot your coat. Let me help you with that. And the synth just stands there totally on fire, and just starts saying, "Please, could you lower the temperature? Please, could you lower the temperature?" And starts to melt. And just stands there burning. And is dead. It's dead. That's what that means. It's just standing there dead. On fire. At this moment, it appears to look like you are alone on the factory floor.
Good. Let's get some healing going.
Is there an upstairs? Do we see a stairs or something else? Can we see all the factory floors from here?
Let me just do a quick thing that would take 2 seconds with a keyboard. Right, okay, that's done. Okay. So, as you step out onto the factory floor, bloody, bruised, broken bones, you see that the factory floor, it has been... There's little chunks of machinery here and there, but it has mostly been very heavily scavenged. There's not a lot there. It's essentially an empty floor with occasionally like half of a belt line thing here and there, a couple of bricks and other bits on the floor, and to your left, if you're facing the corridor ahead, you see the women's water closet, the men's water closet, and a door that just says break room. And straight ahead of you, there is a corridor leading down the corridor to another part of the factory.
Unmute myself and talk. There's not a mezzanine or any upper structure. I'm trying to get an idea if any other exits above anybody might be. Because somebody mentioned earlier, Caroline, I believe was her name, the one who ran away, or there was somebody upstairs.
Caitlin.
I recall. Caitlin. I was looking for a token, but I remembered he threw it off. So I'm wondering where this second floor is. That's my... Because there's supposedly others up there. Or not
where you're
cleared
standing
yet.
now, you do not see any way upstairs. When you look up, you see what appear to be windows that have been covered with metal shutters. And that's basically it.
Okay.
What the heck were they doing in here?
Probably stripping out the last of any metal. I mean, we didn't have time to look at what they were loading on the truck. But there's probably wire and scraps still about.
Yeah, possibly. I'm just like, usually when you've got humans and synths, the synths are the ones doing the manual labor, but here the humans were.
Well, it appeared, and for what Caitlin said, that Diamond City is now ran by synths and they're basically slaves. So is that what's happening in Good Neighbor?
I don't know. I thought synths were entirely logical, and it wouldn't make sense to use humans for labor because they need to sleep and stuff, and synths don't.
Well, you might be right. Is somebody controlling them? You bring up good points. But right now, let's... Jade, my arm is starting to hurt.
Yeah. Do we have anyone in the party not injured?
I believe Carl avoided all injuries.
Current injuries, Freddy's head is treated. Freddy's
but from this
left arm broken. Olivia's left arm broken. Augustus' left arm broken. Jade's left arm broken. I was officially supposed to roll for each injury individually. I'm just going to call that a fluke. Synth internal targeting computer went awry and successfully targeted everyone's left arm for reasons that do not make any sense. He was very severely damaged previously. Let's just call that what happened. Yeah.
Again, is there anyone that isn't hurt?
Carl, as far as I can tell, is uninjured.
Yeah, Carl is just fine.
Okay.
General
Can we,
Isaac.
Oh, technically, Miss Nanny is also injured, but this is a different.
No,
type
I've been
of-
tracking that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll sort Miss Nanny out afterwards.
What
Yeah.
did you
We have
say,
a
General?
robot repair kit and Tumo, just so you know. I gotta step
General
away a
Isaacs
second. I'll be right.
is or isn't hurt.
General Isaacs is unhurt entirely from what what I've been tracking.
Okay.
Let me read off the
Sniff-
list. So,
No, Michelle, there are too many that is injured. I only need to know who isn't. My brain can't comprehend more than who isn't.
right. Sniff's not injured. General Isaacs isn't injured. Carl isn't injured.
Perfect. Thank you. 5.
At that point, behind you, the fire door opens and Caitlin returns, dragging a woman by her hair, just saying, "Come on, Dolores, we got to get our story straight."
Well, if we can ask these guys more, what are they collecting here? And welcome back, by the way, looking down at the person she's dragging by the hair.
Caitlin, you weren't like this before. Caitlin just says to her, "Well, a lot's changed. Clearly a lot's changed. Now shut up. We need to get our story straight because I'm going back to Diamond City. Are you coming with me?"
Who runs Diamond City now?
The fucking synths. I've been running. They took the
Okay.
place over weeks ago. Mayor McDonough turned out to be a fucking synth this whole time.
Okay, interesting. We were just talking about that, and you guys had taken off, so I'm glad you came back. Saves us the trouble of looking for you.
Well, look, I need to get the story straight here, okay? I can't run off. So this has to be
Why not?
everyone died except me situation. You got that?
So the robots went rogue. That's what you're telling them.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to tell them.
Just tell them there was a raider raid and attacked the place, killed everybody, but you managed to hide.
I'll have to do. I'm covered in enough of Joey here to maybe sell that.
Why do you have to stay?
Because my husband's there.
Oh, of course, yes.
Oh, wait.
You could just get another.
That's a heartless suggestion, Freddy. You wouldn't have liked it if someone had said that to you.
No, I know. And
You don't understand.
I,
You've never been married.
yeah, I have. And yes, I do. And I understand exactly. It's just, if you say they have everything there, you're just going back to imprison. Why not try to free them instead of going back to imprisonment?
Because I'm not really in the mood to take on the whole of Diamond City packed with synths all by myself.
I just meant get your husband out. Not everybody. I guess I overstated.
I'll never get the chance. Look, you clearly
You got
don't
a
know.
clicker?
They've turned Diamond City into a factory. All right, 24-hour day, 12-hour shifts. Everyone in town who hasn't been taken and converted in some way is working on a production line, creating more fucking synths. Synths don't
Is that
need
why
to
that
sleep.
one was-
The synths don't need to sleep. There's striders everywhere. I'll never get in there and get him out.
So you just want to go be with him and live like that for the rest of your life? I'm not going to stop you. No, I'm just
What
making
would
sure
you
that's the deal
suggest?
you want.
I do a one-woman mission. I couldn't even get my fucking
No.
daughter back. How the fuck am I? And she was just run off with some fucking raiders. How am I supposed to take on the whole synth army by myself?
It wouldn't have to be by yourself. But we've got some stuff we have to do here first.
Isn't her daughter on her way back?
We don't know it's her daughter yet. We haven't made the confirmation. We're just...
What are you talking about? Sorry, were you in character then or just talking as people? I got confused.
No.
Yeah. Okay, Jade asked her last session what family she had, or asked if she had a sister or whatever, and she said only a daughter. I just don't think we got that conversation done. So, and right now I can't remember her first name, her real name. So Jade will probably ask, what was your daughter's first name, or was your daughter's first name
Cassie.
Cassie? Yeah.
Wait, have you seen Cassie?
Yeah.
She's okay?
Didn't she? Help me now. Remember, she was okay, right? She left.
She was
for
okay
Diamond
when we
City
last
with
saw her. Yeah,
Jim.
with Jim.
Yeah.
Well, where is she?
So
Headed
she
towards
should
Diamond City.
be on her way.
Oh,
She was ahead of us by a day or two.
All right, now I've really got to go.
If you can wait a bit, we might be going after we finish here.
But she could arrive there at any point. She doesn't know what she's walking into.
Yeah, fine. If you want to arrive there by yourself and, as you say, be a one-woman army, that's fine. But there's many more of us, and we would help. We have to go there anyway, I guess.
All right, but make it quick.
You might be able to help us. We're looking for a board, a specific board, or a design for a board, or it must be in here somewhere. This is where they made them.
Or the records of where we can get some, I believe, was what... I can't think of her name. Your companion. Not your companion. Jade's companion.
Olivia.
Yep. He was going to look up a board for us here if she could, where they might have some, if they have some.
I don't know anything about a board, Caitlin says. We were brought here, we stripped the place from top to bottom, and loaded everything onto trucks. We've been doing this for every few days we've been coming out here.
Shit, so the parts may be gone. Is there a truck still here? Did that leave?
No, I was just loading it outside.
Okay, I'm going to go and look at the truck and see if I can find the thing.
Okay. Yeah, let's go through that now. So you go back around and outside, and you head to the truck, and you see on the flatbed there is a fair. It's what would be classed in the UK is probably a small hill's worth of random junk.
Oh bugger!
It would
This could
take
be a-
an incredibly long time to find anything, but this stuff does not look like. From where you're standing, it all looks like what used to be parts of factory.
It's kind of big machinery rather than small boards, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
They're probably here looking for parts for their factory, for what we just learned.
I know, but it's just yet another. Like, I keep hoping one of these places will have the thing we're looking for. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just speed run it. You went out, you checked out, you came back in and told everyone.
Yep.
At that point, Caitlin says, well, I mean, there's upstairs.
How do we get upstairs? I'm here.
Down the corridor. There's another side, the other half of the factory. There's some stairs that lead up, but I think they're still up there. There's 2
Out
more
of
of them.
curiosity, which heals was I?
I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, you should probably call them before you roll them.
Don't look at that right now.
If folks want to take a quick 5-minute break while people work out their heals and stuff, we can do that. That's all good. I don't want to rush people along.
Just
I'm pretty sure Augusta wouldn't hate getting healed a bit before she attempted stairs.
Yeah. If we need to pause for a few minutes to do that, I'm fine with that. I could use the.
I'm
Bathroom
probably
break.
going to take more than a minute, so just keep on going. Just
It's all right. I tell you what, people watching, we're going to go take a quick break while we work out some maths and healing and all of that stuff. Go get a drink. Go do a wee. Go do a very, very quick poo. If you feel like it, if that's what you need.
Or just walk around a bit,
Yeah.
stretch legs.
We'll be back in 5 after doing some maths. See you soon. And we're back. Just to recap what just happened. Dr. Jade successfully managed to set everyone's arms. So they are injured. But with some strategic placement of stim packs and some tender loving care, everyone's arms are now usable. And to set the scene, you are just been walking around, setting people's arms and sorting people out, as Caitlin and Dolores are sat on the floor, just staring at the floor, wondering what their life is going to be now. What would you like to do?
We were provided information that there was an upstairs through that corridor. That's where Freddy would recommend everybody heads.
Yep,
So.
same. Checking it upstairs.
All right, as you go, Caitlin just says, just be careful, all right? They've been up there all day.
How many are up there?
2, but these are like the bosses. XPN 20A and XPN 20B.
Overseer, I took a chem in the last session. I don't know whether that is that still active?
How long did it say it lasted for? Well, what
Now
was it
you're
called
asking
again?
the
It was a
difficult
calming
questions.
one, wasn't it?
It wasn't. It was one to do better sneak attacks. I'm just going to have to look it up, I'm afraid. Sorry about this. It was comics. Reroll 1d20 on all performance and AGI tests. Plus 2 DC to sneak attack damage. Failed addiction roll renders you addicted to comics. You suffer complications and all. Yeah. It doesn't say how long it lasts. I imagine like one sort of scene. I don't think it'll be like the rest of the day, but depending how long it's taken to have this fight, it might still be active.
Just trying to find it in the book the old-fashioned way by reading the content/index, like some kind of. Oh, there we go. Carmex. Duration lasting. Yeah, that's going to last you the day.
Okay, so I could sneak attack when we get up there, potentially. With my benefits to sneaking attacking.
Let's change the scene. So, right. Just going to quickly change the scene over. Would you like to bring Caitlin and Dolores with you? Or are they okay just sat there?
We could invite them, and if they want to come, they can come. And if they don't want to come, they don't have to come. They're not asking to be part of our fight.
Caitlin just says, I think that we should probably stick together on this one. Right.
I do appreciate that. You do know what's upstairs and we don't.
how
Are
many
these since-
HP were you up to, Lavita and Tim?
I'm up to the glorious number of 8.
I've made it to 11. So,
Okay.
But
Did you take
I
the extra
only-
5 for me, Lavita?
That was with the extra 5. Oh, was that with 5 on top of the stim pack?
Yeah.
Oh, Then I'm up a bit higher than that.
Because
Yeah.
the stim pack treated your injury, and you took your own stim pack before that.
I
And
didn't have
then-
a stim pack.
That was
You gave me a stim pack.
Yeah, and then I gave you one more to treat your arm. And 5 healing for first aid action.
I only took the 5, so I added the 4. So.
Yeah, I need to add an extra 4 that I didn't do then, so I'm better than I thought.
Okay.
Good.
There we go. You're all set up and ready to go there. So you go onto the other section of the factory. Again, it's a very similar story. This was a very busy and probably packed full of technology factory floor. It is now not that. There's bits of rubble, the odd bit of old pre-war machinery, long rusted and seemingly abandoned. And on each side there are a couple of offices. Office 1, Office 2, and Office 3, and a door that just says janitor. In front of you is the 2 security clearance sections that lead out into the front car park where you left Tumu and Mikey J. And there are some stairs to your right leading up. Caitlin says they're up there, and they've been up there all day. And as she says that, you can hear banging. Very loud banging on something that sounds metallic.
If they're banging, they won't hear us coming up if we sneak.
Agreed, we should eliminate them first. Are we
What
able
about
to see the protectrons?
Yeah.
And we can hear where the banging's coming from
There
as
are
well.
2 Protectron pods, one in each security clearance zone. I should explain. The security clearance zone is sort of like an encased off area. There is the remains of what appears to be a pre-war metal detector, a desk, and next to each desk in this little zoned off area, which clearly this is where the workers of the factory were forced to go through in the morning to be cleared by security. There are 2 Protectron pods right there.
Augusta, you think you could wind those things up like you did on the ones on the back door?
What, to have them fight each other?
Well, to send them up the stairs.
what
I don't
is
know.
At
the
least we
Carl, do you
chance
think you could take them out with minimal number of hits, or how did they look to you?
I think that should be possible.
if we send the protectrons up to fight the other ones, we could definitely get at least one good attack at them.
I'm thinking if I get to 1 and try and reprogram it, and Carl takes out the other one by manual means.
Yeah, that should work.
Why not? I guess I'm not understanding why
Sorry.
you're not going to reprogram both of them and send them up.
Because if we reprogram 1, the other one will notice. I can't do both at once.
Caleb just says, wait, no. Those are Protectrons, they're not synths.
Oh, they don't move.
I probably didn't explain this right.
Sorry.
The Protectrons are in their charging pod. Like pre-war, these Protectrons would be basically housed in a pod where they would charge up and would be able to be programmed by people when they need to be used.
Ooh.
Of which they've just been standing dormant since the war. They're just like the ones that you saw on your way in. However, these ones have got security written on the front of their chassis instead of fire suppression as the other ones did.
Then I could reprogram them both. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's what I was hearing too.
Then I'm going to try for that. I'll start with the furthest away one, and if that works, I'll try the second one as well.
Okay, as you approach the first Protectron and access the terminal, you see that the terminal can control both of them. You will need to do a... Oh, I just need to look up the number. DC2 Science Intelligence test will unlock them and start them functioning in their default state.
Okay, is this hacking?
To hack them, you will need to.
No, is this hacking that I'm doing?
No, this would be.
Because I get
Essentially, they
programming,
are
isn't
locked
it?
down by a code, like a passcode,
Oh, okay.
which you don't have. So yes, this is a hacking to get them working to their normal state, for them to basically reprogram them to change their personality, like you did with the others.
Yep.
You would need
Just
to do.
due to perks, I get reduced by 1 difficulty.
In that case, it's a DC2 to reprogram them however you like. Science, intelligence.
I'm just making sure I can see what my result is before I do the roll, because I want to see it at the same time as everyone else. And I got 2.
So you very nimbly tip-tapping away, NCIS style. You get your way past the password, and you go behind using subroutines, algorithms, and other words to get to the menu where you see... I just need to change the layer. You're presented with 5 options. Personality fire, personality law, personality construction, personality medical, and personality subway.
Everyone upstairs is synth, right? I'm asking either Dolores or Caitlin.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what they were doing up there. This morning, morning they went into one of the offices, and then they came out sounding all excited and looking really fucking cool. Like, you should see that these guys, they're wearing sunglasses indoors.
Oh no, that's never a good sign.
But yeah, and then they went upstairs and they've just been banging on something all day.
Okay, I think we might make banging things. In terms of the programming, I think we might just make banging things upstairs illegal and send a lawman in.
And make sure that they're aware that we are valid to be here.
We're not banging on things upstairs. Banging on things upstairs is illegal now.
Yet.
Okay. The glass front of the pods shoots down into the floor. Steam emerges from the pods. The robots, the Protectrons just go online, and they scan the area for a minute and just say, public disturbance detected. Proceeding with protocols. And both Protectrons start to go up the stairs.
That looked damn cool.
Awesome job, Augusta. And I would suggest we all follow behind fairly close.
I'd follow behind, but at a reasonable distance, I think.
That's reasonable, but close enough you can see what's happening.
Kaelin just says, yeah, we don't have any guns, and also we haven't eaten in like 3 days, so we're going to stay here. But
entirely fair.
And, if you all get killed, could one of you let us know so we could run for our lives?
Yeah, sure. If you don't hear anything in about an hour, we're probably dead.
All right, good. Good luck with that.
Thanks.
All right, so you're all heading up the stairs. Are you going to engage in sneakery, or are you just going to walk up the stairs?
Attempted sneakery. Sorry, I'll put this camera back on. Not chewing. Yeah, I will sneak, definitely.
Okay, how are we going to do this?
Maybe not.
Okay, I think this is going to be a group test. So, yeah.
Well, wait, before we make everyone... Does everyone else want to sneak before we make everyone do it? Because I don't want to just have us decide to.
Oh, Carl is definitely sneaking.
Just check. I want to check in, because rather than just say...
Jade might ask if you want him to stay back, because he's not good at sneak.
You know what? We need a healer. Yeah, if you want to stay back, that's fine by me.
At least until you're discovered. I can come and help you after that, but I'm not sneaky.
Freddy says, I might hang back a little bit too. I just looked through the stats. So.
Okay, so for a group test, your group needs to elect a leader. This is a agility sneak test. So
Carl.
I would suggest whoever's got the best agility and sneak be the group leader.
Carl.
They will roll 2 d20s and up to 3 d20s if they want to buy them using action points. Everybody else rolls 1 d20 using their own attribute plus skill. So, and if the group leader achieves at least 1 success, everybody else who achieves a success with their rolls can add it to the pool. Does that make sense?
All right. Yep. Let's see. Here goes my roll then.
I like how it was just silently all agreed upon that Carl is the leader. That is a smart move. Yeah, so Carl scores a success. 1, 2, 2 successes. It's good that that's exactly what you needed. Because there's a couple of Protectrons being all loud and clunky and all like 200 years old and rusted and weird going up the stairs. So, you know, you quite easily...
It's quite a distraction.
For cover. All right, let me set the scene. Yeah. I am getting better at this Roll20 stuff. Booyah. Oh, yep, there we go. Right. So this map may take a little explaining. Oh, Jade, you are waiting downstairs with Dolores and Caitlin.
And Olivia. What did you say? The stealth test worked out.
Yeah, it worked out for them. If you wanted to do if you wanted to follow them now, you'd have to do your own stealth test, I'm afraid, because you'd be behind them.
Yeah, it was just if I would have sent Olivia with them, but that's fine. We stay down.
Did you want to send Olivia with them?
Again, never mind. Just.
I mean, in this case, like, companions are free, you know? Like, it's just assumed that they pass if the character, so... Yeah, anyway.
I'm not bringing Miss Nanny. She is not sneaky. Not yet.
Yeah, that's probably wise, and also she's probably falling to bits. As you walk up the stairs, she just says, Honey Boo Boo, would you please tell your parents that I'm in need of a bit of a service? And at that point, a little bit of oil squirts out of the side. So you make it to the top of the stairs, and in front of you, you're sort of poking out from like the stairs below, putting your head up, and you can see down the hallway. And so this is set up like zones. So there's hallway 1 that's split in 2 zones. You see what I mean? And there's hallway 3, which is own zone. And each of these offices and buildings is a zone. Each of these has a doorway that has been shuttered. And each doorway has the logo for Vault-Tec. Good old Vault Boy on each of the doors. And in front of you, the scene is playing out. The two Protectrons are pointing their weapons, their arms at XPN-20A and XPN-20B. You see before you 2 Generation 3 synths. They are wearing white trench coats, black trousers. Their shoes are the shiniest black shoes you have ever seen. If Olivia was there, she would probably tell you that she hasn't seen shoes like that since before the bombs fell. They are indeed wearing sunglasses, Their teeth are the whitest teeth you have ever seen. Their hair is shiny and standing upright. These are the coolest motherfuckers you have ever seen. And they are currently standing in front of 2 Protectrons just saying, whoa. What's going on?
What's going on is that Carl takes a shot at one of them.
Oh, very good. All right.
And Freddy was doing this, getting ready to do the same thing. So,
All right. So
let's see.
I'm going to say that this is a surprise round. If people want to start firing off, say so now or forever hold your peace. Then we'll start the initiative.
I might as well do it too whilst I've got the bonus.
Okay, let's do Carl first. Carl, who are you shooting at? 20A or 20B?
A.
All right.
3 successes. How many action points do we have
You needed
banked
2
currently?
successes to hit.
5, I think. Yeah, 5.
You needed 2
Okay.
successes to hit, so you've got a spare one that you can bank or use for damage.
I'll bank it because I will use it with General Isaacs here in just a second.
All right.
That's 5 damage with 3 piercing.
Okay. You were doing A, was it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, where were you aiming for?
Head has worked well so far, so we'll keep with head.
Okay, so that's 5.
With those sunglasses, they won't even see it coming.
Okay, so your arrow hits and strikes right between the eyes, cutting in half XPN 20A sunglasses. And he just pulls them up and just says,
Sunglasses.
well, that won't do at all.
And Isaacs follow up on the same target with
a super success. So that's 2 successes for the price of 1. And you needed 2 to hit. So yeah, roll for damage. And also,
that's 4 damage with 2 piercing.
let me just roll to see where she hits, because she does not have a Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Could someone tell me what 12 is? Because my sheet doesn't have the chart.
Right arm.
Right arm, okay. Okay. She pops a shot off, and it singes the arm. And 28 just turns around and says, "We may be in a bit of trouble here, dude." So yeah, Augusta, you want to do some fighting?
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot a gun, which I have, but I have.
Oh, Carl, I forgot to say, roll to see if you maintain stealth.
Sorry, what?
Roll to see if you maintain stealth. This is going to be a difficulty 2 for you to maintain stealth after your shot. And sorry, Augusta, do your thing.
Shooting gun, but I've got. Where is it going?
I do maintain stealth and bank as an action point.
Well, you're at
awesome.
maximum
I've got
points.
+2 DC on sneak attack damage. I'm not sure where I add that mechanically as I'm doing this.
I think that is the damage.
Okay. Then I will find the gun.
Yeah, if it was to hitting, it would say D20.
Yep. Just in case, because it's more a roll 20 thing. If it was just dice, I'd know where to do that. But just looking for the gun. I can find the ammo. It's on the core page, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm an idiot. Have I got a dice rolling window open somewhere? Yeah. Okay. No additional dice. Okay, so I got 1 success on that. Is that enough to hit?
It is not. Your bullet
Okay.
just straight bounces off the white trench coat.
Bulletproof trench coats. Unexpected, but interesting.
Freddy, you were going to take a shot? Yeah, you safely hit. You very hit. Where were you aiming for? Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Head, unless otherwise stated. Always.
Head, unless otherwise stated. That's a good rule to have. Okay.
I only needed. Oh, I needed 2 successes, so I can't bank any. Okay, let's just submit.
Oh, shit. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12.
And I would be shooting at the same one Carl and the general shot at.
Okay. You shoot this sucker in the eye. And so you see the plasma bolt burrow into the face. Smoke comes pouring out. And this particular unit is synthetic flesh and blood. He raises his hands up and just goes, "Ah, dude, what the hell, man?" The other XPN20B just says, "There's some people behind that thing." And at that point, they have identified Augusta, Freddy. And if that's everyone's done their shooting and everything, we'll start doing initiative. Can people click on... Oh, wait, no, you don't need to. I need to do that. You're all good. You're all still on the timer thing. Oh, sorry, Augusta, can you click on your initiative thing again so I can add you to the thing? Sorry. Overseeing without a keyboard is a lot slower than I had hoped. Oh.
I found I've had to open my character sheet as a separate window, or it just won't show right now. So that's why it took a moment there.
I think it's because there's a lot going on. I've got a lot of maps sort of in the background.
It could be me. Don't worry about it. I'm just telling you why it took a minute there.
There we go. All right. Okay, that's all good. So, Carl, it's your go again. You have the highest initiative.
Yes, all right. Let's see here. Sorry, finding all the character sheets. We'll start with Carl.
Tim,
shooting.
I can't respond via text right now with lack of keyboard, but I'll say, ask me when it's your go.
That was more for Carl.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I'll check here if General Isaacs can throw stuff. Let's see here. That's a throwing agility. They have a target number of 9 in throwing, so I would not trust them with a grenade.
Better than my 0, so that's all.
Let's see here. Carl shoots bow in the head of synth A, and just as before, since it's still standing. Well, that's a dismal shot. Complete fail. And
You drop your
then
bow. You won't be able to. You have to spend your action essentially picking up your bow and resetting it and everything. So yeah. Whoops.
all right.
Shit happens.
And then Isaacs continues blasting.
5 action points.
And 1 success.
That does not penetrate the white trench coat. But this one does leave a mark, of which XPN20A looks down and seems, if anything, more pissed off about that than his eye.
Okay. All right, well, that's my round then.
Cool. Just doing the initiative thing. There we go. Okay. Jade, not on this. Next up, it's XPN20B and XPN20A. They are both going to just start shooting at the protectrons in front of them. Crap. Oh, yep. I'm never taking for granted my keyboard ever again. All right.
You need one of those plastic covers they had for the old white keyboards.
Oh, I really do. Okay, so XPN20B misses and hits the ceiling because you probably shouldn't wear sunglasses indoors in the middle of a gunfight. XPN20A, with a missing eye no less, just unleashes a torrent of laser blasts that completely annihilate both Protectron 1 and 2. At this point, they see Freddy, General Isaacs, and Augusta. They do not see Carl, and they just say, "Whoa, dude, there's a vault dweller and a guy in a suit. Ah, this is so cool." The other one says, "Shut the fuck up. Let's deal with this. They've probably killed everyone downstairs." And they start moving forward a bit. And that is now Freddy's turn. Freddy, you miss your shot.
Yeah, Freddy was aware of that. Freddy was wondering if he could take an action point or two. But he needs 2 shots, I believe, to hit them, correct?
Yes. So that would be 3 action points used. That would get you down to 2 left.
No, I'm not going to do that. What he's going to do is back down the stairs just enough so line of sight is impaired for them. They would have to move closer.
Okay, in that case, you have a cover of 2. That means that they need to score an extra additional 2 shots, 2 successes to hit you at this point.
All right, I'll try to remember to remind you.
I've written it down on my envelope. Like the overseers of old. Are you doing anything else?
I don't think I have any actions left at this point other than yelling encouragement. Hit the motherfucker!
All right, Augusta, it's your go.
I'm going to try this gun thing again and then hide a bit in cover as well if that doesn't go so well. So, gun here somewhere. I'm going to use VATS as well and aim at the head, just so I've called that. Oh, I know what it is. When I press that, I need to click another thing and roll 20.
Unfortunately, your bullets now ping off the trench coat once again.
Look at our luck there.
So then it's Carl. Top of the round. Carl, it's your go. You are still in stealth.
Okay. Still in stealth. Let me just check my perks here for a second. Right, I need to spend this round picking up my bow.
Oh, yeah.
So I do that. But we're going to have Isaac's shooting.
Okay.
Laser
Four action points left. You're going for A again?
Oh, and she hits on
Right.
A.
Roll for damage.
Shooting. That's 4 damage with 1 piercing.
Okay, she doesn't have a Pip Boy, so let's roll for where she hit. Come on. Seven. That's the left arm, isn't it? 7.
Let's see here. 7 is...
7 is torso.
Torso, okay. And
Yeah.
damage torso. That hits the trench coat and does nothing.
Damn.
Alright, so it's their turn. At that point, they step forward and they aim their weapons squarely at Augusta. When suddenly, laser fire comes from above. You hear crunching and see some bricks start to fall down from the ceiling. And after about 5 seconds of that, the ceiling caves in, and jumping through the new hole is a tall person in very, very heavily singed power armor. Lands on the ground, stands up, and immediately opens fire on XPN 20A. And hits. This would be so much smoother without a keyboard.
Would you like us to press something for you to make it?
I need to type in a number. There we go.
0. Type in 0 damage. 0 damage.
All right, cool. Okay. Unleashes a torrent of laser rifle shots that land straight into XPN's head and severely singes his hair. Both of the synths just look at each other, just like, Jesus Christ! Which is weird because synths having a concept of organized religion or Jesus Christ is weird, but that's just what happened. At that point, the person in power armor turns their head and in a deep, guttural, robotic voice just says, "Get behind me." I can't do the voice, but it's like through like a voice, is very digitized and deep voice. And yeah. Now it is Freddy's turn.
First thing, is there any symbols or recognition on the armor?
No, not that is easily decipherable from where you're standing. All you can see is that this has been a very, very severely burned set of power armor. It's darkened, it's charred, with little bits of orange sort of corrosion all over. This power armor has seen better days.
Okay. Freddy is going to use this time to fire at. I believe we have not shot at this one yet.
No, you have not.
B, he's going to fire at B.
All right. Hit. That is 7, 8, 9. Where were you aiming for that? You were aiming for the head. Of course you were aiming for the head.
Okay.
You did say head unless otherwise stated, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Unless otherwise stated.
You land a shot right between the eyes. You also destroy a set of sunglasses.
Damn it, I wanted them. And you hear Freddy yell.
Okay, so next it's Augusta. At this point, I don't know if I made this clear. At this point, the power armor would operate as very good cover for you. That was why the person said, "Get behind me."
I am tempted to hide behind it. It's just my shooting has been so terrible. I will get behind it as cover though, and might use it to try and get off a shot slightly closer by.
All right.
Finally,
That is a hit. You're going. I'm assuming you're going for the head of
yeah, always the head with VATS.
A or B.
A.
All right.
And still hiding behind the power armor as much as possible, following it if I have to.
Cool. You are now in cover 3. That means it would require 3 successes to hit you if they were to target you. And yeah, XPA 28 is not looking good. Not looking good at all. But they're very much a synth because any human who had this number of head wounds at this point would be dead. So yeah, Protectrons are dust on the floor. It's Carl, it's your go.
All right. Well, I have my bow back, so I'm going to shoot at A. And let's see here. Was I still in stealth, by the way?
You're still in stealth, yeah.
All right. First, we see the longbow. And it's 3 successes.
You needed 2,
All right.
so yeah. You banking that one to use later?
Yes, I am.
All right.
And let's see here. I'm going to check with a perk. This means it's a sneak attack, so I have an extra damage die. There we go, 8 damage.
So your arrow hits and lands in the head of XPN 20A. He turns around to his ally and says, "Hey, it's like that show, and collapses to the floor, dead as anything.
All right, and then Isaacs will take a shot at B. And misses.
Fair enough. Okay, so now it's XPN 20B. He looks at his fallen comrade, looks at the power armor guy, and says, "Don't you fucking get it? Don't you fucking get it? We're doing this to help you, you fucking stupid wastelander scum fucks. Fuck this. And you see him quickly just tap something on his neck. And then there is a light and a shimmering, and XPN vanishes.
Vanishes. Interesting.
At this point, the person in the power armor turns around, walks away, starts to walk down the stairs.
And who are you, sir? I'm assuming, sir. The voice sounds robotic.
The person in the power armor just stops and just says, "Now we're even, Freddy," and walks away down the stairs.
Who the hell?
And
Why
that's
does
the end of
something
our
called your
game
name?
of Fallout. It never fucking changes for this week.
Freddy, what did you do?
Obviously made a friend somewhere I didn't realize. Or helped somebody.
A friend
How
in
the hell
burnt
did
out
they
power
know
armor is
I was
better.
here?
Well, we are being tracked. We know that.
Yeah.
I suppose it was the one we ended up seeing, not we, but the audience at least, in the end of last episode.
It's a
Yes,
possibility.
there was a...
Because that was something with a heavy cinch power armor too.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun.
I got a mystery person helping me, and I didn't even take the perk.
I can't believe how well that timed out. right on 9 o'clock. All right. So next week, it's all about working out what the hell is going on. But for now, if people have something to plug, now's the time. Plug your pluggables.
Dragonbane next week, and there should be a video up by the end of the day for episode 2. Episode 1 is probably going to be a while. It was pretty rough with the recording. Other than that, I think Tuesday they got something happening here. Is that right? Are we back to Die?
I heard a rumor Die was coming back.
Oh, awesome. I'm in that.
Check with Mark.
I mean-
There'll be something on Tuesday. Oh, hang on. Not this week. Because this week would have been Rivers of London, but Mark is elsewhere at a
Oh, yeah.
musical gig.
Oh, awesome. In that case, we're dying a week. Great.
And
That's fine.
your live next episode of Dragonbane will be Saturday, Tim.
Followed by
Vampire
Vampire.
after that. Vampire is getting spicy. If you haven't been following it, it's worth catching that on YouTube because I appreciate it. This time of day, a lot of people might be asleep for the later session of Vampire, so it's all on YouTube.
Yep.
And there's a
we're
podcast which I
finally-
put a link for in the chat.
Which are finally getting to figure out a few details that didn't make sense at the beginning. Now they're starting to fall into place. So, but all right, if can't think of anything else we need to plug.
Kat, do you have any clacky things?
No, that's right. it's the usual.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.